It's not too loud.
All
Okay.
right, and we are live. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Streams of Time. I am your host, Bryce, otherwise known as the Voiceless Narrator. Here, you can always find me at twitch.tv/ probably MVP. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons every Monday night at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. So if you ever want to come in, if you see this on YouTube, if you want to catch these things live, right here, twitch.tv/ probably MVP, and we're playing D&D. Otherwise, you can find me playing a smattering of other games at different times, like League of Legends, Pokemon, etc. Um, Otherwise, we have here our beautiful cast of travelers and characters. We have Blue, our sorcerer, who's played by Grace. We have Lanceon, our rogue, who's played by Dylan. We have Ril, our monk, who is played by Dan, and Culin, our paladin, who is played by Jalen. Um, yes, so we have had a bit of a trial run trying to get all of this like up and started. It hasn't been like the easiest transition. We've had a session 0 and then kind of a session 1, but the session 1 kind of didn't really the session 1 kind of didn't really go as planned. So I think we're going to kind of lump the session 1 into a bit of like the recap for this episode, and we're just going to kind of count this more as our first session. But before we get into any of that, do we want to start with like a little introduction from the characters? You guys can kind of like go around. You can talk about your character a little bit if you'd like, and then also if you guys have any of your own Twitch channels or anything to shout out, you can do that as well. But I'd say let's start with Blue.
You always start with me. I hate it so much. Can somebody else go first?
Yes.
I don't know
All
what
right,
you
all right,
want
all
me
right.
to
Jalen,
say.
Jalen. That's fine. Jalen. All right, Jalen.
Hello. I'm Jalen. Play Cullen. uh, Cullen is a fun-loving, free elf, Eladrin guy who likes to have fun. A little mischievous. He ain't gonna hurt nobody. Perfect. Also,
Yeah.
I have a Twitch called Corner Goblin. Come by. Awesome.
All right. I think you were cutting out just a teeny bit, Jalen. But yeah, so if you want to find Jalen anywhere, you can find him over at twitch.tv/cornered goblins, and you can find him doing a bunch of games there where sometimes we play together and have fun. Dan.
Yo, I'm Dan. I play Ril. Uh, Ril's had it tough. He doesn't really, uh, not the most confident guy, but he definitely, has what it takes. He's got the right stuff. Um, I don't have anything to plug. Stay away from me.
Stay away from me. All right, Dylan.
Uh, all right. I'm Dylan. I play Lanceon or Lance. Kind of grew up with a lot of freedom, so he's kind of naive and kind of does flies by the seat of his pants. Also, no Twitch or anything like that.
But I will say, Dylan did make that beautiful pre-stream screen that you saw, as well as some other overlays that we'll see here throughout for like the break and when our stream is ending. So definitely good for Dylan. He's a beautiful human being for all of that. All right, Grace, we're back to you. Instead of first, you're last, but that does
Thank
not
you.
mean least.
You always put me first, and my social anxiety makes me freak out,
It's
and I'm
okay.
like, I have no idea what
It's
to say.
I'm sorry. It's because you're first on
I
my overlay
know,
screen.
and it's
Yes,
really getting
yes.
me
I'm
every
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right.
I'm just like all the thoughts leave my brain.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm Grace. I play Blue. She's not crazy at all. That's all you need to know about her. She's not crazy at all. Good.
she's just not crazy. All right.
She's
that's-
just not
She
crazy,
just
and that's
wears a
it.
straitjacket.
all
That's
right.
it.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we will get into it then. So, what I wanted to say here was a little recapping of kind of where we are at, where the setting of the world is, and kind of a little of what's going on. We are on the world of Xena. Xena is a planet where all of these continents are kind of more segregated. There are communications between the different kingdoms on the continents, but the continents themselves are very segregated, and you won't see a lot of intermixing between them. The main religion of the world is related to time. The goddess of time is a very prominent religious figure, as well as many other smaller ones that still have very large followings. But and this is for the players as well, there is a large belief that the goddess of time was the one who breathed time, gave time to all things, and that is what created life and existence and everything as we know it. And so, considering that people believe that the goddess of time is what gives people all of it, including magic, which is what has left the world with such an impressionable liking to the religion. There are other religions that are pretty popular. There are some religions that favor gods of death, like Anubis. There are some religions that favor gods of light, where they literally just praise the light as if it is a holy deity. But other than that, we take place in our campaign takes place in Thala, or in Sela. Sela is a medium-sized kingdom, and it houses a mostly human population, an 80% human population with a small smattering of other races. There doesn't seem to be a lot of prejudice against these other religions or races or anything like that, but the primary race there is humans, and they are of more of like a darker kind of like mixed colored skin feature. And so that's just kind of the primary population of that kingdom. So our companions here, Blue, Lanceon, Culin, and Ril, you guys all stand out very starkly amongst this population. I believe the only one that could probably fit in slightly is Culin. But then again, Culin, what was your race again?
Elf.
Elf. So you do fit
What?
in, right? You do fit in with these people, right? You said you had like a darker skin tone, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do kind of fit in with the general populace, but your ears would set you apart. But just like in everyday normal conversation, you actually do kind of feel a little bit more at home, like in this among the general populace here. Other than that, I'm going to give you all a brief description of our characters. And so Blue, she kind of came from a background of the Kingdom of Wygate. She is a disgraced scientist, or I'm blanking on the word, not scientist. Discredited scholar. Thank you. But yes, so she's a discredited scholar. She's kind of been disgraced. People think she's crazy, and she has made her way to Sela in hopes of finding her other colleague who was discredited alongside her, and hopefully trying to find some sort of reclamation, or justice, and clear her name, and prove that she's not crazy once and for all. Lanceon came from the kingdom of Bridgeport, a small port city on the other end of the continent. So he has traveled a long ways. He got injured in a couple of bad decisions and was helped out for a few months by a man named Gideon. Gideon kind of taught him the trade secrets, the ways of the rogue, and then up and disappeared one day. And the only sort of hints or the only sort of direction that Lanceon was given to go is that he was a part of an old organization once, and there was rumors that someone from this organization had been seen over near Sela. So he took off, and he has traveled across the country. Ril has had a hard life. He has spent his life as a slave to marauders, forced over and over again to be thrown into perilous battles for his captors. But Ril managed to escape to a war caravan, or a camp caravan, and he was taken back to the Kingdom of Sela. He's still got a lot of trust issues. He's been beaten down over and over again. But I guess that's what a party's for. That's what he's here to work on, right? Also, we have Culin, our paladin, who just kind of was there. He woke up, and he was in a forest, and he is happy, and he loves everything. And that's what he's doing. He's just a paladin, and he's enjoying life, and he met up with some hunters, and they seemed like agreeable people, so he traveled with them back to the Kingdom of Sela. Once they all emerged in this kingdom, they all, through different circumstances and events, met up with one another and ended up doing a job for one of the gate guards. As they did this job for the gate guard, they saw a runner, and the runner ended up telling them that a woman was being attacked, and there was no one nearby, and she needed to be helped. And he, decided that when they ran all the way back with the party of them, they found her carriage empty, her carriage, the horse missing, and drag marks, the shape of kind of the size of a woman's body, leading into a forested area. As this happened, our party decided to go in and check things out. The man who ran with them, who grabbed them, said that was a terrible idea and they should go back to the kingdom and get a troop of guards. So he ran back, the party went in, and the party ended up fighting some monsters. I think they have yet to have been identified. There were these kind of green, sickly-looking beasts. But they have not yet found any information on them, as they have just saved the woman, killed the two creatures, and they are now headed back to the Kingdom of Sela, where one of the captains of the Salen dweller camps said he wanted to speak with them after the woman that they saved together was said to have been his wife. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to pick up here today, is you guys are all currently walking back to the kingdom. Like I said before, I think you guys are about a mile or so out.
And they just left with all their horses, right?
Yes. So they kind of left with their horses. She was unconscious. I do believe, Lanceon, that you kind of gave her some aid. Or not Lanceon, Culin. Culin gave her...
Culin.
Yeah, Culin gave her some aid before she was taken away, but she was kind of unconscious and out. And so Seth, one of the captains of these dweller camps, he kind of picked her up and he took her back into the kingdom on his horse. And the others on their horses also took off, kind of leaving you all to walk the road back yourselves.
He said he would meet us at the bar, right? At Beam's bar?
Correct. He said that he would meet you at Beam's bar.
Well,
and start walking back.
mm-hmm.
Long, long walk back.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything that you guys would like to do along the way, or is there anything that you guys would, talk about as you guys are traveling back, or is it just kind of a silent, awkward trek mile back into the kingdom?
I mean, that was definitely easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, actually, those little invisible guys, I thought they were gonna stab us a lot more than, but we did good.
Don't need to say much. Just
Yeah, no, that's
Mm-mm.
fine. That's fine. But so after a few minutes or so, you guys finally make your way back to the kingdom. Once you are back, once you're back in the kingdom, you notice that again there is no guard at the gate, as things have been hectic today. There have been all of these rumors about a dweller running around the kingdom, so the gate guard has been scrambling, trying to do paperwork, trying to calm people down, trying to get all of his eggs in line, before anything really bad happens or comes of anything. But he keeps assuring you that everything is fine. So you guys can just walk straight into the kingdom.
has everyone been formally admitted to the kingdom at this point?
Yes, I do believe everyone has been formally admitted into the kingdom. So I don't believe there would even be any issue with any of you going in anyways, but there isn't any gate guard either.
Well, I'm gonna head towards Beam's bar. Try to pay it to like
Follow.
the guards stuff
Yeah.
we pass.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception check.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
4.
Ooh. Okay. So you're trying to pay attention to like different like guard outposts and stuff like that, you said?
No, just
Or
the
just like
guards that pass.
Oh,
by.
you're just trying to,
whether
like-
whether or not they're like frantic or like.
Okay, just like the state of the guards. Okay. All right. Well, so I guess I apologize there. I probably would have had like that be like more of like an insight check, but I thought you were asking for something different. Either way, you're kind of like looking around trying to gauge the state of these guards, but the way that they're kind of just moving around and the way that they're paying like nobody any mind, you're not sure if they're more frantic or less frantic than you've seen them earlier in the day. It's just kind of hard for you to get a read on them.
Okay.
Yeah. But Culin, you're heading back to Beam's bar. What about the rest of you?
I have to follow because I had never been there.
Okay.
Following him because I don't think Ril recognizes Beam's bar for what it is.
Okay.
Because he has been there, but he probably wasn't paying too much
attention, right? Because he has just been kind of following Seth along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just, not really paying that much attention to individual buildings.
Okay. Blue? Doing anything in particular? All right, if you're talking, I think you're muted.
I was, but then I just think the mic wasn't picking up on me, like
Okay.
saying anything.
Well, we can hear you now.
Okay. Blue's just gonna absent-mindedly follow Cullen.
Okay. So, Culin, you guys get back into Beam's bar. That atmosphere, it's very hospitable there, right? It's kind of a smaller place. It doesn't have quite as many rooms. The smell is not necessarily like you don't get like wafted immediately with like the scent of alcohol. It's a little bit more of like a mix of like drink and food, and the place smells somewhat clean. It's not like the most well-kept place, but it's good. And you've also heard that the reputation of the place is pretty well, as there's not a lot of judgment to outsiders when they come here.
This place is way nicer than the last place I went to.
Beam kind of looks up from his boxes. As you see, he's now got many crates stacked along the side of the bar. Before he kind of just had one or two out, and now you see he's got probably a dozen or so crates set off to the side. And as he kind of just sets the last one down, he dusts his hands off and he looks over at the group of you and he goes, "Oh, you're back. How's it going?"
Good. Fought sort of creatures out in the wood, but beyond that, I'm doing fine.
You fought creatures in the woods.
Yeah, some sort of invisible green things.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they kidnapped a woman.
Is
She seemed to be fine.
that sounds horrifying.
A little bit. It was a little terrifying.
Well, that's kind of unsettling. And you see, you hear as he says, "That's kind of unsettling." You see Jack's wife walk in from the other room, and she just kind of, she's kind of like a little bit more chipper. She's always kind of had like a sweet demeanor to her, even though you guys, I don't believe, have talked to her much. But she walks out and she goes, "What's kind of concerning?"
Monsters.
Monsters? There's monsters out there? Jack,
In the woods?
you are not going on that trip. That is, no, I'm putting my foot down. You are no longer allowed to go. If they say there are monsters, you're not going out there if there are monsters out there. No. It'll be all right. It's right, and he kind of just like looks at the group of you, and he says, "It wasn't really a monster. They were just, taking care of some, just typical adventurer stuff. Look at them. They look like adventurers, right?"
I mean, we got them anyway, so.
Yeah. We killed all of the monsters. None of them got away. Not even
You killed all of the monsters? All of
every
them?
single one of them. Not even one
all
got
the
out
ones
of.
I saw.
Yep, all the ones we saw, we
Uh,
got them, and I'm pretty sure we saw
Culin,
all of them.
Culin, I'm gonna ask
Probably not.
you. I'm gonna ask you for a deception roll, as you clearly know that you actually sensed more of them while you were out there.
I got a 10.
People are the
You got a
real
10?
monsters.
Okay, she's frantic enough, and she's just just willing to believe it that you guys are telling her this. She goes, "Oh, thank God! I don't know what I would do if he was out there and there were monsters out there. You need to find you can still go. I know you have to go. We need the business, but you're gonna have to find someone. Hire a guard, something. You're not just going by yourself anymore."
Where
And she just kind of she kind of storms off into the other room, and he just kind of sighs.
Gonna let her tell you what to do?
Where's this trip going to?
Well, first of all, when you have a wife, yes, they absolutely get to tell you what to do. You have to choose your battles. That's the first thing. But, when it's really important and you put your foot down, then she'll know that it's the time where you're actually serious and what it matters. But, you see, it's okay. You just let her have her way, and you let her win all the fights, and it keeps her happy. You pick your battles.
It's the most important part.
But yes.
Or you just
yes.
win all of the battles?
You are a female. I
Yeah.
think that's
yeah.
probably how you would phrase it.
That's supposed to be.
But no, I'm taking a trip down to the Dweller Plains. I'm actually opening up a bar down there for the soldiers, hopefully to create some more income and send some more money home to my wife and child.
Well, I don't know about them, but I definitely need to get out there.
You
You
need
gotta
to
go to the swimmer point?
You need to get to the Dweller Plains.
Yes.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I could hire you. You said you slayed monsters out there.
Yep.
Well, it would be a big weight off my wife's back if you did me this favor. I could pay you, obviously, and all you'd have to do is really ride along. I'm sure nothing would happen. There's not very many sightings of anything. Granted, there have been some sightings of wolves lately, but...
I saw one too.
Did you see one?
Yeah.
I haven't myself, but yeah, that's what people are saying. People are saying all around town that they're seeing wolves, but... It's crazy to me, though. Don't you think? It'd have to be tricks of the eye somehow, or someone playing a prank. I mean, wolves in a city, in a kingdom. That's just ludicrous.
Yeah, it's kind of out of place.
Yeah. But, what do you say? Could I hire you?
Definitely.
Oh, fantastic.
Can't speak for everyone though.
Oh, well, that's fine. All I need is one. I mean, if they're part of your group or party, I could spare more if the rest of you wanted to go.
You didn't kill the monsters alone.
Yeah, well, actually, I'd love to go. I'd want to see more of this place, and this just seems like the right job for me.
Well, fantastic. Are the two of you interested?
He just nods to him. Like, yep.
I think Blue just gives him a hug.
Blue gives him a hug. He
Yeah.
kinda, I think he's probably startled at first, but as he's a father, he kind of just like he'll like kind of hug you back a little bit, and he goes,
Like a side hug.
yeah, right. Like it's a little awkward, but you know, it's like it's definitely kind of like the father, like, you know, like, all right, they're there. And so then he kind of like pushes you away just a little bit, not like a firm push, just kind of like one of those like, okay, we're done. And he goes behind the bar and he goes, well, how about drinks for everybody?
Sure.
Yes, and so he goes behind and he gets some ales ready. And he kind of like slides some ales over to the three of you. And then he looks at you, Blue, and he goes, how old did you say you were?
Oh,
Huh?
I'm 22.
You just have one of those faces, you know? You look a little young. But,
Well, I mean, before you wouldn't let me have it, but I mean, you could now.
well, before I thought you were just a little bit, different.
What?
Fun. That's the word I was looking for.
Crazy?
I wouldn't have said crazy, I would have said fun.
Hmm.
You know, and sometimes with fun people, you have to be careful in my line of business. Right? Because
Oh, yeah. Usually people in your line of business don't let me have any.
Yes, but here, I'll give you some. And he kind of fills it up some, but he also like moves it over to a different tap of water, and he gives you some like water mixed in, so it's a little bit of more like watered down ale. And then he gives you that one.
God, I hope she's a lightweight.
But yeah, so you guys have a little bit of ale. Not nearly enough to like get any of you guys drunk or anything like that. If you guys want to get drunk or you want to continue drinking, you absolutely may. But yeah, what are you guys doing now? He's kind of you know, moved on. He said, you know, he would settle up with you guys later as to like how much to pay you and stuff like that. But he would be taking off probably in he'd be taking off in probably like 2 or 3 days, depending on how long it takes him to get his stuff together.
Seth isn't here, is he?
Seth isn't in the bar, but Seth is in the kingdom somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I meant the bar.
But yes, no, Seth is not in the bar.
Well, damn, 2 to 3 days. I need a place to stay.
too.
I would say that as you guys are helping out Jack, he's probably loaned you guys a room for the time being.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the couple days. You know, he's obviously not just gonna like put you out. He's hiring you, and so one of the things that I guess he could offer along with that is you staying for a couple days until he's ready.
Yeah. I have a couple of things I want to do in town.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll tag along if he's interested in company.
Yeah, I'm interested in the company.
Never got much going on right now.
Okay.
I want
We'll
to see
keep
if
an
I
eye
can
out for wolves, though.
procure a cart horse.
Procure a cart.
Yep.
Yeah.
A cart and a horse.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, anytime Jay brings up carts and horses, I can only think of that one time where he killed him.
Oh no, it was an accident. I didn't mean to run them to death.
Yeah, he's like, let's go. He's like, yeah. That's what happens when you're a construct, though, and
Warford.
yeah, you do not give a shit about organic life at all.
The flesh sacks.
Yeah. And then after they died, he just goes, they are weak.
They are weak.
All right. You, Jalen, or Culin, I apologize. You, Culin, get to a horse trader. You see a couple different breeds. I mean, yeah. What are you looking for? You walk in and it goes, yep. What you looking for?
I am looking for a cart big enough for 4 people.
Okay. Yep.
A horse to accompany.
Yep.
Or 2.
All right. You
See how
looking
much they
for?
are.
Yeah. No, I got you. Are you looking for one of them war horses?
No.
Nope. You're not looking for one of them war horses. You're looking for one of them regular steeds. Yep.
Yep.
Looking for it to be any like riding, you entering it in any competitions or nothing, or is it just kind of?
Nope.
All
It's
right.
just a beast of burden.
Okay,
Beast of burden.
beast of burden. Nope, those are my favorite kinds of horses. All right. No. Okay. Yeah. I think we're looking at probably 75 gold, and how about this one right here? And he walks you over to the first stall. It's kind of got a bit of a smell to it. Just, like as you walk in and you get the wafting aroma of horse dung in the barn. But he just kind of like walks you straight to the first stall. And you see that it's a brown horse. It's got, like kind of like matted brown hair as well. It's a horse. It appears to be a little dirty. But other than that, that's what you see.
Can I use a medicine check on it to see if it, like,
See how healthy
stock?
it is?
Yeah.
Give me like an animal handling check instead of medicine.
Can I roll one of those as well?
Yes.
To get like a feel.
Yeah, for sure.
I got another 10.
You got a 10?
Horses.
Yeah.
I mean, this probably isn't like the highest quality horse that he's got. But as far as you know, Culin, you think it's a majestic beast, How can you decide what's not good and what's good?
Yes. Seems like a beautiful horse. How much do you want for it?
What did you get as well, Ril?
Oh, 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. You've seen horses as like in the marauder fights, you'd be thrown into people, and like some of your heaviest casualties were against horsemen, right? As they were just able to like ride through ranks and just kind of like sweep their swords down, just like slaughtering the slaves. So they're devastating creatures, right? But you don't know much about them. So Culin, yeah. He goes, yep, 75 gold.
75 gold.
Yep.
How much is a cart?
A cart, well, I could probably scrounge up something. Let's see here. You want just like a cart? You looking for more like a carriage to to travel, you and your companions, or no?
Uh,
I could get you a small cart for hauling some hay. It'd probably be about 15 gold. But if you're looking for more of a carriage where you're gonna get some riding out of it, I'd say you're looking at more like 100 gold.
yeah, I'll take. Wait, how many horses do I need? Carriage.
How many horses? You just need one.
Okay, then I'll take the two of them. I'll take a carriage and a horse. That horse. I want that.
Alright, so you're looking at a total cost of 175 gold pieces.
And over 175 gold.
Alright. So he takes the gold, he sits there before he lets you take anything, before he gets everything ready. He, counts the money out. He kind of like weights it a little bit with his hand. He eyeballs it. He kind of like bites down a little bit. He kind of eyes you a little bit, like, maybe you might be trying to cheap him or something. And then he just decides against it, shoves the money in his pocket.
I am like completely stunned because apparently I'm poor as shit.
uh,
I got like 12 gold to my name.
You have 12 whole gold?
12. Well, I wasn't a slave.
Only have 12 gold?
I still have 20.
Trying to figure out how this dude had almost 200 gold.
Yeah, I had 105.
19, I think. Now I'm confused.
I got good rolls on
19.
equipment.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like you
think
should
I
have. I think you should have more than that, Grace. You probably have 190, maybe.
Yeah, it's whatever you rolled.
Probably.
Yeah, because when you
Maybe.
when you first made your character,
Oh, did you guys take all money?
Yeah, we.
Yeah,
I
took
rolled
a
for
bunch
my
of
class.
starting equipment.
you took
Instead.
a bunch of extra starting
Either
equipment.
79 or 19.
Like, did you buy extra starting equipment to start?
No.
No.
Didn't you give us?
Yeah, like when you built your character, did you not start with the starting equipment?
Yeah, but it limits how much gold you do. You have a choice to either do a whole bunch of gold or the starting equipment and a little bit of gold.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
I always
Well-
roll off the table.
Yeah, I always do as well.
I mean, I did mine on D&D Beyond.
Usually
It
how
Yeah,
built it
yeah.
for me.
Well, Dylan, roll me a d4, please. Actually, roll me a d6. Roll me a d6. Roll me a d6.
I don't think it gives you a little bit of gold. Like on the starting.
It's a 5.
I don't know. I've never used D&D Beyond. All right, we'll
Huh?
give you 50 extra gold to start.
Less poor.
Well, I have 19 or 79.
Just go 79, Grace, and then Dan. Did you
You were
roll?
a
Did you
slave.
roll for your gold?
Yeah, I rolled on the equipment table for my gold, but the thing is that monk is the only class
yeah.
that doesn't have a ×10 modifier to whatever
Oh,
you
like
roll.
a
You just
D4
get
or
it.
something.
You just get
I
it.
roll like a
You just
D4, yeah.
get it.
Gotcha.
Piddly.
5 D4s.
Piddly.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you just for shits and giggles because we're handing it out. Take an extra like 15 gold that you acquired in your journey and trip with that caravan.
I think I own a pencil.
Okay. So, yeah. So now, you guys are, you bought a horse, you bought a carriage. You see this man. He gets everything else set up for you. He gets it all, hooked up to the horse and everything like that. And yeah, he sends you on your way with your horse and carriage.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
To a general store.
General store. Are you guys all still just following him? Is there anything else you guys yourselves would like to do?
Yeah, I'm just following around and keeping an eye out for random wolves in the city.
Yep. Okay. Give me a perception check for that as well, I guess, if you're doing that. All right. But
Solid 13.
13? Okay. But Culin, you and your group make it to the general store. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for enough rations to get to. Where are we going? What's the place? Place called?
The dweller camps?
Yes.
What?
What Blue said. The dweller camps.
Dweller camp, yes. For enough rations to get to the dweller.
Okay.
And a net.
Yeah. So you're probably looking at about 5 silver pieces for a day of rations. So for 2 days of rations for a gold.
How
Huh?
many days to the dweller camp?
To the dweller camp, you're looking at about a week
Yeah.
and a half.
Okay.
Yep.
So 7 days worth of ration. Yeah, I'll just get 7.
You'll just get 7?
7, yeah.
Okay.
I'll buy some rations too.
Okay.
Better safe than sorry.
Also for a net, probably about 1 gold.
Ration?
What?
We already have some rations, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on your
Yeah,
character
yeah.
sheet.
Okay. You
I'm just
guys
buying
are
extra.
Okay.
I'm just buying extra. You never know.
Stuff somewhere
It
with
goes,
no-
yeah, he goes, there could be a magical random portal that you happen to fall through, and then when you fall
And then
through
you-
the magical random
No.
portal,
Phone.
yeah.
Okay, Spencer's
Okay.
not part of this. So we won't find any magical portal.
True.
Okay, am I
I
there?
also want a net.
Yeah, I said a gold piece for a net. What'd you say,
Oh,
Blue?
Am I there?
Yeah, you're with everybody.
Oh, I don't know why, but I didn't think I was the whole time.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you were there. I thought all of you guys were kind of following each other along.
Oh yeah, best friends
Yeah.
for life.
I would also like to just buy a handful of daggers if they have them.
Can I get 4
Handful.
more rations?
Handful.
Specifically 4 more.
4 more
I think
rations.
daggers,
That's
like-
fine.
Yeah.
4 more
2
would
gold.
just cost you 2 gold. Yeah, daggers. They're probably
7.
okay. Just subtract the money, and you are good. Daggers. You're probably looking. These aren't like the highest quality daggers, right? They're not like special forged or anything like that. They're kind of just like these. You do have to go to like a different store rather than just like a general store, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
have you like
yeah.
role play all that out. But each dagger will cost you probably about 2 gold.
Cool. I buy till I have like at least 10.
Okay.
Money is a social construct.
Well, in this game, it's an imaginary one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys are looking for? Would like to do?
I'm good.
Okay. Blue,
Anywhere you guys
Ril,
would like
or
to go?
Lanceon?
Are there any cool spots in this city? I don't know this city at all.
Me either.
You could give me like a history check to see if you know anything more about the city, about any cool landmarks. You could make an investigation roll if you're really curious about learning about or asking about the city.
I will do investigation. I rolled a 19, which makes it a 21.
Okay, investigation. So you kind of like ask around a little bit, right? You're talking to some of the just like general populace. They seem very intrigued by you. As like I said, you kind of just don't necessarily fit their social norm here, right? They're very interested and they're like, "Oh, where'd you come from? You're not from around here, are you?" You know, like
So far.
yeah. But you do end up hearing about a couple locations. One of them is the bar. I'm trying to remember the name of that bar. It was. I don't know why I'm missing this. What was the name of that? It was like the rusty coin, right? Or
The
something.
only other one I knew was the wound clock.
The wound clock. Yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
speedy bar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So there's the wound clock, right? That you kind of like hear about, right? They say it's a little bit more of like a shady bar, but they say it's got some okay, they say it's got some okay prices, right? There's the Rusty Coin, which is a different bar. They say it's got a lot of good gambling, more high stakes gambling. They say it's kind of like it looks a little bit shady, but it's also for like the upper end of the nobility to show up discreetly and bet a bunch of money. They talk about the noble district, and they say specifically in the noble district, one of the fun things to do there is there's a library there. You can pay, and you can kind of like peruse their sections. And then the other thing, or there's two more.
like,
There's Vance's Eats, which they say is like kind of like a local restaurant for common folk. And there is also the Premium Mouse Bakery, which sells a really, really popular delicacy here in Sayla, which is like a cinnamon sweetbread. But those are about those are like all the notable locations here. Along with, I guess, some of the temples, if you were interested at all.
any of those interest you guys?
I want to go gamble.
Cinnamon thing.
Cinnamon thing. Yeah. Blue, you hear in the back of your head, ooh, cinnamon. Cinnamon sounds delicious. I want cinnamon. We want
Yes,
cinnamon.
it's telling me. It's telling me that we want to go.
What is this? What?
Well, I just said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so where would you guys like to go then? You can split up, obviously, if you'd like, but...
I'm gonna lean cinnamon because Blue scares me a little bit when she gets like that.
Well, while you guys go get cinnamon, I'm gonna go get paid.
Oh, I will
Gamble.
be there in not too long. Don't worry.
All right. So Culin heads to go gamble at the Rusty Coin. Ril, you are going where?
I would like to go to the bakery.
You'd like to go to the bakery. All right, so Blue, Ril, and
Sounds
Lanceon.
delicious.
Cool. Blue, Ril, and Lanceon. You guys are all headed to the Premium Mouse Bakery, while Culin, you are heading towards the Rusty Coin. Can I get a perception check from all of you, please? While you're making your way through the city.
Hey. That is a 20, not nat.
20.
So dirty.
Okay.
12.
So dirty. Ew. Dirty
Mine-
boy.
Dirty 20.
Mine would be a natural
17.
Okay, 20, 17. Natural 20, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right, and then Culin?
12.
12. Okay. So Culin, yeah, you've just got money on your mind. You for a moment, Culin, think you see something flicker on the edge of your vision, just in the peripheral. And you kind of like stop for a minute, you look to the side, but nothing's there. So you kind of just keep on moseying along. It probably was just, a little rat or a kid or just another patron that walked by when you weren't paying attention. But Ril, Blue, and Lanceon, as you guys have walked for probably the better part of 7 minutes, as you're heading towards this bakery, you all three see in an alleyway a wolf. And Lanceon, you specifically see that for a moment it's sitting up on a barrel, and it's kind of illuminated by just kind of the right shading of the alleyway as the light kind of perfectly kind of illuminates the wolf, and it kind of looks at you very, very cautiously, bends down, and then leaps into the darkness of the alleyway where the other two, Blue and Ril, you see it, the wolf leaping into that dark alley.
Did you guys see it that time?
Oh, you saw it too?
Yeah.
That's good.
Is that the wolf that Jack was talking about?
I'm guessing so. Do you, do you want
Bakery?
to follow it? No.
Oh.
She's just like, bakery?
Oh yeah, that wolf in the middle of the
yeah.
city. Yeah, that's cool and all, but
Yeah.
you know, this bakery over
Yeah.
here.
Blue, you hear kind of in the back of your head.
Our way.
Yeah, Blue, in the back of your head, you hear, wolf, bakery, wolf, bakery, bakery.
She probably whispers that out loud. So she's like, Wolf Bakery. Wolf Bakery.
Well, here's the thing. Wolf is always there. Bakery always there.
The wolf eats us, and then we're not always there.
That's a good point. Never fought a wolf.
Okay, let's go to the wolf.
All right. If you guys are walking towards this wolf, then let me ask you, how are you guys like walking there? Like, what's your walking order? How are you approaching this?
Slowly.
Slowly. Who's like who's in front? Yeah.
Oh, I'll definitely go in front.
Okay.
Ril will probably follow right behind Lanceon.
Okay.
Trailing behind, sadly. A little bit sad.
Because no bakery.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, the voice in the back of your head is like, I am bakery, stupid wolf.
yeah.
So, you, Lanceon, Ril, and Blue approach this, alleyway. You, as you get closer, see probably about 15-20 feet back, on like near the back wall, a wolf is just sitting there, and it's intently staring at all of you.
We should have gone to the bakery.
Does it feel aggressive? Do I feel threatened by it?
Give me an insight check.
I'm okay at those.
Not terrible. Especially when I get a nat 20.
I rolled a 16.
So that's 25.
Okay, so Lanceon, the wolf does seem like aggressive for some reason, but you can't like place your finger on what it is or why. But it does kind of have like, it doesn't necessarily have like a striking posture quite yet. But it looks aggressive and agitated. Ril, you know, during some of your younger years, have seen and heard of some wolves off in the wilderness, and this wolf definitely looks and feels, based on its posture, the way it's sitting, it all feels like it is protecting something. It's got a very protective posture to it.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys do?
Ril's he's gonna walk up to it slowly, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants
As you take a couple steps, its back kind of arches and it starts growling.
He stops.
The bakery.
All I heard was
so
bakery.
it's growling a little bit, and it's like, you know, you just hear like the low deep rumble as like this kind of like this growling reverberates through the alleyway, and it's just and it starts to take those like slow creeping steps forward.
I don't know animals that well, so I'm just gonna toss some food out.
Back up.
Yeah, while I'm backing up, I'm just gonna try and appease it with food.
I slowly start to take steps back.
Okay. You slowly start to take steps back.
Yeah, I didn't want to be here to begin with.
Yeah. Okay. Ril, what about you?
Okay, so this is partially Dan not knowing like how do you defuse a situation with a wolf? You know,
Yeah, true.
I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, right.
Um,
I really hope you wouldn't have been in that situation, Dan.
Thinking
If-
like with
if you-
dogs.
if you
I'll
have,
punch a wolf.
if you have
can't
been in
stop me.
if you've been in a situation where you're like, I've had to de-escalate a wolf situation, then, like, honestly, I don't even know what to say. If you de-escalated a wolf somehow, like, you were, like, I think you just won at life, honestly.
Yeah. Calm down, angry wolf.
Walk up and I rub its belly.
Are you kidding?
No, I was. No.
Yeah,
I feed
I
it,
was
trying to
very
be
much-
friends.
But
Pretty
okay.
much what I was thinking. I threw
Yeah.
food at it. I was like,
But
"Dang it."
so what's your thought process here then? What does Ril want to try and do?
Is this alleyway empty? And when we first saw the wolf
The
to
alley?
begin with,
Yeah.
how many people were around? Were we the only people that would reasonably have seen the wolf?
There might have been a couple other people, just patrons, walking around the city. You're not sure. Nobody else did what you guys did and walked over to the alleyway. But there were probably other people around you. You weren't like on an empty street. And then also, you guys have probably, like you guys probably have other things in that alleyway. Like there's probably broken crates, broken barrels, like some garbage and trash that's been thrown back there. So it's not like completely empty, but there's no people back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess when the wolf starts growling at him and advancing, he's gonna kind of hold his hands out, empty. Hold them out down.
Yep.
So the wolf can see that they're empty, and he's gonna get low, and he's gonna take a couple steps back, but he's not gonna completely retreat from
Okay.
the wolf.
Okay.
Maybe about to the point where he was when the wolf initially started growling, but he's not gonna back up any further than that.
All right. It's continuing to growl again. You still hear the low rumbling, right? As it's just. And it slowly creeps a little bit closer to you.
Doesn't move.
You don't move?
Don't move. Just staring at the wolf.
All right. The wolf is probably about, you guys have all backed up a little bit. The wolf is still probably about 15 feet from you, but it is going to start charging you.
Just give it a hug.
What do? It's starting to charge you.
Hold on. Let me see all of the cool fancy shit that I can do.
The cool fancy.
Oh wait,
We're level 1.
I can't.
shit.
I mean, hey, if there was some sort of inclement weather, I could totally do stuff right now, but it doesn't seem like I can. If it's charging, he's probably gonna get out of the way.
You're gonna get
Yeah.
out of the way. All right.
Yeah, it's a good idea not to be in the
Yeah.
the charging path.
So are you just running out of the alleyway then?
How narrow is the alleyway, and what kind of stuff is in it? Are there
The alleyway.
crates or
Yeah,
broken
like I
debris?
said, there's some broken debris, there's some broken crates, broken barrels, there's garbage, things like that. But it's probably anywhere from 5 to 10 feet wide. Not super wide, but it's got a little bit of space between it.
Would it be okay? I'm gonna try to climb up on top of something, scramble on top of a barrel or a box,
Okay.
and kick off of that. Try to grab onto the ledge of the roof
Okay.
somewhere. That's
Okay.
how I'm gonna get out of the way.
Okay. So what? As you kind of jump out of the way, the rest of you have backed out of this alleyway. You just kind of hear the wolf howl right? As you know, just and then you just kind of feel a rush of wind and the wolf is gone. And
Alright, so-
on that note, I'm going to send us to break so that these lovely, wonderful people can have a quick 5-minute break to go to the bathroom and whatever else they need to do. But real quick, I want to say thank you to Blaze Striker Productions for following. I appreciate that, man, and I'm glad you're here hanging out along with everybody else who's here watching. So we will be right back in about 5 minutes. Yeah. I just have to do this.
thing.
All right, and we are back. Hopefully that wasn't too bad of a break for everybody to just sit there and hang out for a bit. But it definitely helps out all of our players when they get to get up. And plus, I needed socks. My feet were freezing. But, yes, so, back into the action. Where we were was... you three had seen this wolf. You heard the wolf let out a howl as it went... turned into a gust of wind and was vanished.
So we saw it. We all saw it just disappear.
It howled. You felt a rush of wind, and now it is no longer there.
If it is no longer there, I'm going right down to where it was where it was perched at the end.
Okay.
I want to see what it was doing down there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep along this rooftop.
Okay. For sure. Are you
Check
like?
it out.
Yeah. Real? Are you actually trying to like be hidden up there? Like, are you actually trying to like stealth and creep up there, or do you care?
He's gonna be kind of slow and crouch down low, but he's not actively trying to.
Okay. No. You're fine.
invisible
You're
to
fine.
anybody.
Okay. So you just kind of creep along the rooftops, and you're kind of like looking down along the alleyway. Lanceon, you're kind of watching, looking for anything in particular, or you're just going to where the wolf was.
Oh yeah, I just want to see what it was doing down there.
Okay. So yeah, you get to like the area, like the crate or the barrel that the wolf was sitting up atop, and it doesn't really look like there's nothing there. Like nothing that doesn't look like anything was particularly like no food or anything like that.
Is the barrel or crate that it was on, is it open?
It's closed, but there are holes like up and down the sides of it.
Air holes.
Maybe. Can I like either look through the holes or try to listen in? See if
No,
there's
they're
something
like
alive?
broken holes, right? Like think of like an
Gotcha.
old barrel that has like planks of wood that have just been like snapped off in like different places, right? Like it's
Okay,
a
so
like
I can see easily inside
yes,
of it.
yes.
There's nothing
That's
in
what
there.
I was trying to get at. Correct. There's probably
nothing.
a little bit of like mold and mildew just kind of from like built up water and stuff, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, bakery.
All right. I will pause you guys there though, and Culin, you get to the rusty coin.
Yay.
Yeah. So someone's kind of like standing at the front, like inside at the front, right as you walk in, and he goes, "I ain't seen you around these parts before."
I'm new. I just got here.
Ah, you knew. All right.
Mhm.
Well, name's not important, but I will say that we get some folk who think they belong but really don't. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're...
Good. So you're gonna prove to me that you belong here, yeah?
Yeah, most likely.
All right.
Is there a place to camp?
Oh yeah. You see that there's like tons of like there's tons of tables, right? Like set out, like all of them have these glasses that they're drinking from. They all look to be kind of like nice glass like hand blown glasses. With like some like fancy types of like brew alcohol in them. The people that are betting and gambling, you see large amounts of gold being placed on these tables. And the bar's fairly quiet. There's some laughing, some camaraderie, but if anything, the air in this place feels very tense.
Just my kind of place.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to a table, like
Uh-huh.
just person,
Uh-huh.
and what you playing there?
You looking to sit down and play a few?
What are you playing? Yeah.
We're playing Royal Decree.
Okay. I do decree that sounds like a fun game. Like I
Yeah.
totally sound out of place. I'm not supposed to be here at all.
All right. Well, the first starting hand is definitely 100 gold buy-in.
100 gold.
Yes, 100 gold.
Not say 17.
No, not 17, 100.
And
They look over to like the bigger guy, and they go, "Hey Rufus, did you let this thing in?" And he looks back and he goes, "Hey, it sometimes a rat slips by me, you know, what can I say?" And he goes, "Oh, well, you know, I wouldn't want to insult our friend here, right? So what do you say, pal? Sit down, play for a hand, 100?"
You know what? I don't have 100, but I would like to play the game for the 100. How do I go about doing that?
And then he just kind of turns away from you, just stops acknowledging your existence. And the big man walks over to you, and he looks. Well, I guess how tall are you, Culin?
I'm 6'3".
6'3". Okay,
Mhm.
so he's only like 2 inches taller than you. It's not by much. So he kind of just slightly tilts his head down towards you, but he's still big brawny guy, and he says, he just kind of gestures. He actually doesn't say anything. He just gestures his head to get out.
I see. I'm not welcomed here. I am poor. Well, I'll come back later, and I will take all of your money, and I point at that guy. That guy.
He just still doesn't even acknowledge you.
Well, I'll see you later, Tom. And I walk out.
All right. So you walk out. I'll pause you there. Blue, Lanceon, and Ril. You guys walk into the Premium Mouse Bakery, and you see this older man. He's got kind of a little bit of a pot belly, but he's a little shorter, probably about 5'10", 5'11", and he's got kind of he's got, like I said, kind of dark skin. He still kind of fits in with the local people. He's got curly, short black hair that's kind of graying up top quite a bit, and he's got more of a goatee that is also very gray. And you walk in, and he just, "Oh, what can I do for you? You look like newcomers. I haven't seen you in here before."
Yes, we are new.
"Oh, well,
We heard.
you heard about the bakery, did you?"
Yes, we heard you had something really sweet, something cinnamon.
"Yes, no, the cinnamon mouse bread. It's delicious. Don't worry, I'll get you some on the house to try."
Ooh.
"Yes."
Free.
So he pulls out a loaf, and it's got this kind of cinnamon glaze to the top of the bread. But then also as he slices down into the bread, you can see that there's a swirl of cinnamon on the inside as well. And you can, as he cuts into it, you can still kind of see the steam rising off of it, as this appears to have just been freshly baked. And so he slices off a couple pieces, and he hands each of you a slice of the bread.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
I
hear you
can hear
now.
Oh my gosh, I was having some issues.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Blue holds it and she's just like, "This is amazing."
"Oh, well, it's all right. I do my best. It's not always what it could be, but I try. And it's a good life."
She just gives him a hug.
"Oh, well, there. Yes, there, sweetheart. It's okay. Everyone needs some bread from time to time, you know."
Gotta get that bread. I said that.
Grace says you gotta get that bread. That imaginary construct.
Exactly. Everything is a social construct.
But yeah. So he's just like, but my name's Tobias. What's your name?
Blue.
Blue. Well, that's a lovely name. How wonderful.
I like your name. It's a good
Ooh.
name.
Thank you. My wife really likes it too. Ho, ho, ho.
Yes.
Yes, and what about you? As he looks towards you, Ril.
My name is Ril.
Ril. Well, Ril, that's a fantastic name. You should look more chipper. You know, you should stand up straighter, hold your back up, and, smile a bit. It's very, it gives people a sense of familiarity when you smile.
He stands up completely straight, and he's still only like 5 feet solid.
Yeah.
He doesn't smile.
Oh. He goes, oh, there. Here. And then he takes the rest of that loaf and he kind of like wraps it in like a cheesecloth as he ties it off and he hands it to Uriel and he goes, I can't always do this, but when I have the means, I like to help people out. So here you are, if this makes your day a little better.
Thank you.
And you, as he looks towards Lanceon.
I'm stuffing my face.
Oh. Oh, hungry are you?
I love new things.
Oh, you love new things. Me too. Although I guess I shouldn't necessarily say I love new things. I've been in the same place for 32 years now. But, that's just semantics. Yeah, so, as you guys are gorging yourselves on sweet cinnamon bread, Culin, what are you doing? You've been, kind of kicked out, kind of walked out from the rusty coin. What is your, what are you doing now?
How far is the house? House? The hunters that I came here with? How far is their house from here?
It's quite a bit further. Just because it's on the outside. It's on the outskirts. They've got like a plot of land out there,
Feasible to get there?
Yeah, it's probably feasible to get there. You totally could.
Okay.
It'd probably take you on foot. Oh, well, you have is the carriage with you?
Yes. Unless they took it. But,
Yeah, no. I mean, we didn't really talk about it, but I guess considering you bought it, I guess I would just probably say it was with you.
okay. Yeah, then I'm going to take it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's super feasible, having a horse and carriage. But yeah, so you make your way out towards the farm again. Anything you're particularly trying to do out there?
No, I'm just going to knock on the door.
Okay. Bob answers the door.
Hey, Bob. Nice to see you again.
Oh. Hey, Culin. How's it going?
Going great. I actually got another job. Or I got a job. I'll
Hey-
be leaving here tomorrow.
Really?
Come stay by.
That was
Thank you.
fast.
Yes, I do work fast.
Yeah, no, I mean, what? We got you here, early this morning? And now it's, mid-evening and you already have a job?
Yeah. It seems like things were in
Yeah,
dire straits before I got here.
well, you work fast, I guess.
Yes, I do love to help people. I like to help anywhere I.
Well, well, shoot. I guess it kind of like nudges you in the ribs a little bit, and he goes, "Don't forget about us when you make it big. When you're a big."
I won't forget about you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever said that to me before. It's just
I
really,
give Bob
really
a big
nice
hug.
and sweet. And
Give him a big old,
he just
big
kinda
old warm hug.
wraps his arms around you as he just
Ew.
kind of like sobs lightly
Warm
into your
hug.
shoulder.
There's like a wet spot when he
Yeah.
pulls away.
Yeah, there's probably like a little stream of snot from his nose to your shirt.
Ah, friendship. Love it. I do love the friendship.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is getting probably closer to evening now, as you are all. The day's kind of winding down. It's nearing the time where Seth said that he would come looking for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you guys make your way back to the bar?
Yeah. I would head it back.
Okay.
Make it.
No, we just sit
Well,
there.
I was like, are you guys actually gonna go back there, or are you just like, nah, fuck that shit? It's just, you know, you guys can make your own decisions, obviously, but I was just curious. So, yeah, okay. So you guys eventually make your way back to the bar. You reconvene. Jack is giving you guys a round of some just kind of like sweeter, just like a sweeter kind of like juice mixture. It's not anything alcoholic, but you guys are just kind of like sitting around laughing and talking with Jack as he's kind of taken a break for the rest of the day as he's just been like working on loading everything up. Amidst your guys' laughter and camaraderie, in walks Seth, and Seth stands out very starkly amidst most of the people here, as Seth is kind of on the taller end, probably 6'3", nearly probably Culin's height. He's got short blonde hair, blue eyes. He's very big and brawn, but he walks in, and he's got a insignia on his chest that has been kind of embroidered on. And he walks in and says, "Ah, there you all are. I'm glad I could find you. It's been a busy day."
What does the insignia look like?
The insignia is like a beast's head. It kind of looks like the head of a dragon, but it looks a little bit more like the shape of the dragon head is more rigid in this embroidery.
Would I know what it's from?
You could give me a history check.
19.
19? Yeah. So actually, the crest is the head of a demon dweller. And you've probably heard of these demon dwellers from like textbooks and stuff from when you were studying in colleges. And it's just like they're very, you know of them to be these very large dragon creatures. They do not have wings, so they walk on all fours. They don't have wings, but they also, their skin, instead of having scales, it's made of bone. So they have like an exoskeleton rather than scales. And that's kind of what gives the head more of that rigid look. And that's what the insignia is.
Right.
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
Okay,
cut out.
okay.
You just cut out a little
Cut
bit.
out a little bit.
I know, I keep cutting out. I don't know what to do.
That's okay. You're fine. But yeah, so he kind of like walks in and he like pulls a chair out, sits down at the table with you guys. What are you guys all talking about at the moment? Like as he walked in.
I want to ask him how his wife's doing.
Oh, she's doing very, very well, actually. I do think, actually, thanks to you. What did you say your name was again? Culin, right?
Yes, Culin.
Culin. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I owe you a debt, honestly.
Don't worry about it.
All of you.
We can be friends.
I just
Yeah.
don't know what I'd do if something happened to my wife. But I would.
Bryce, I don't,
Huh?
Nothing, because you'd be dead.
um, I don't remember last time. Did he say he was gonna give us a reward?
He. Don't. I don't remember if he said he was going to give you a reward. But I do think he said he wanted to talk to you.
Oh, okay. I couldn't
Well, let's just watch the VOD from last week.
yeah.
Like, what happened to it?
You know, okay, so what happened to it was, right, there was this magical goblin that snuck into my room in the middle of the night, right?
Cast the silence spell.
Yeah, right? Okay, I didn't know goblins could cast the silent spell, but apparently if they walk in and they go, then apparently that casts, you know, like silent step or whatever. And then he just like kind of like just moseyed on in, and then he looked at the half of the VOD that we were working on, and then he just went mute, and he muted half of it. That tricky goblin, that tricky little bugger. It's always goblins.
Realistic to me.
Yeah, you gotta watch out to those goblins, but
Yep.
I just, but I've been vigilant this time. I've been watching, and so, yeah.
It shouldn't have.
Shouldn't happen. Anyways, so, but what Seth does say is he says, you know, I owe you a debt of gratitude. My wife Leah, she means the world to me, and she was meeting me here so that we could both ride back to the camps together, and I'm just eternally grateful. And so he pulls out little sacks. They're not big, they're just like little tiny sacks, and they clank a little bit, and he sets one in front of each of you.
Is it candy?
What is?
It is. It's not candy. It's gold. It's 5 for each of you.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. And honestly, I would like to offer all of you a position.
As your friend?
Well, of course, as my friend, but obviously, I'd love to offer you all a position in the dweller camps. We, you see, we are, well, we need some more military police. You know, some people who patrol the grounds, who make sure, you know, some of the camps aren't infighting, who make sure, you know, people are doing what they're supposed to if camps on lockdown, things of that nature, right? We had our last two, they kind of died. Oh.
Excuse, like everyone?
Well, the task force, they kind of died, yeah.
What killed them? Was it infighting or was it creatures in the forest?
Yes, so no, well, so they got a little too close to one of the plateaus. They were out drinking. And while they were out drinking, they got too drunk and they were eaten. But you all seem like you have much better heads on your shoulders and you won't do anything of that nature.
Just eat our heads.
Hazard pay.
You'd like hazard pay. No, that's give me like a persuasion roll with that.
Ooh, I'm okay with
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Not.
I'll give you advantage on the roll as well, considering that it's kind of a fair point.
16.
16. All right. So originally, I was thinking about 5 gold apiece for your stipend, and obviously that would be repaid to you each month.
Every day?
Every day.
Every day. You do know how expensive gold is, do you? Not?
I mean,
If we paid our soldiers that, but every day, that would be insane.
I don't know what your economy is like. I'm not from around here.
No, I mean that's fair. That's fair, right? I mean, like for example, right? Like Jalen bought like a whole horse for like 75 gold, right?
Yeah.
And like for farmers, buying a horse is like a really big investment, right?
15 days and I got myself a horse. That sounds fair to me.
Yeah, what about rent and food, Bryce? Oh, God.
I mean, most food is kind of on the copper scale.
Yeah,
As well.
Yeah.
which
It is.
yeah. But he goes on it. How
Trying to get us more money. Shh.
How about I offer seven gold per month?
It's a
And
lot better
obviously-
than 5.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
What about also bonuses? Bonuses for any disturbances that you actually manage to clear up effectively.
Yes.
What kind of
Yes.
bonus are we talking?
It depends on the size of the scenario.
So do we
Okay.
have to bring back trophies or something?
Hmm?
Do we have to bring back trophies or something to prove it?
No. Obviously, there will be people who can corroborate your stories. You'll write reports after incidents happen, and people will be thoroughly talked to.
Well, the last things we killed kind of disintegrated into mush.
That's fair. But obviously, my wife was there to corroborate that something happened.
True.
So I believe that there are fair ways to recompense you for things that are happening.
I agree. We should do this.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, chat is arguing for you guys.
Case number 7, Howie.
Yeah. Chill, guys. Chill. But okay, so you guys agreed. So 7 gold a month
Bonuses.
Base rate.
plus bonuses.
What's
Yeah.
What's our vertical?
Not very much. I
maneuverability?
can't jump very high.
But
What were you?
Bryce, is it like common knowledge what
Yeah.
the plateaus are like?
Again, you could give me a history check.
I will also.
So bad at those.
Okay.
Okay, but I rolled a 16.
Or I guess you could also give me like a nature check if that changes it for you.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I rolled a 16, so 16.
16. What you know about the plateaus is that they, for whatever reason, have been split apart, and there are these deep chasms that are said to stretch miles and miles deep, that are kind of like scattered all across these camps. Or not like across the camps, but across the plains. And what you know of the plains, that the plains would actually be fairly decent farm ground if the demon dwellers weren't there actually to kill you if you go out onto the plateaus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these demon dwellers creatures or humanoid?
So
Something tells me that
Those
they're
were the
demons.
dragon-like things.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes. I don't know if Culin knows that. But
Yeah, that was-
Blue
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
But Blue does. But yeah.
Real, if you want
What?
vertical, you got about 2 miles downwards, and that's about all you got. Otherwise, they're barren plains.
Yeah, pretty much. And then there's
mean, that
then there, you know that
mostly
there's
Dan making a bit
well, I
joke
guess
about
I guess
like,
you don't know, but
getting promoted.
Oh, gotcha.
oh
Yeah, 7 gold a month. It's like, you know, I mean, maybe make a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit more.
not-
You know?
yeah.
Promotions based on merit, I assume.
Yeah, probably, right? You know, if the opportunity arises.
Based on merit?
Yeah.
It's a meritocracy out here.
Do they get insurance as well? Stop, guys.
I want my
They're-
401k.
They're gonna need insurance from
Makes
these
sense.
fists.
we need benefits.
Once I hit level
We need to
3.
form a union.
Are you gonna send me?
We have rights, guys.
I'll direct deposit the pain.
Damn.
I want dental.
I want life insurance.
All right.
I want death insurance. Kill me now.
All right. Okay. So, basically, you guys are offered this job by Seth. You guys take this job from Seth. Is there any other questions that you have for him, or like does the night just kind of wrap up like with you guys kind of talking a little bit more, joking around, and then him taking off for the evening?
I mean, I want to know when he expects us there. Like, is this a
When we
leave
get
right
there.
now type of thing, or get there when we get there?
Well, I'm actually headed out tonight. Me and my wife are actually setting out. I'd rather keep an eye on her, and I need to head back to the camps as soon as possible. So I'm going to be taking her with me.
Are we going with what's his name? Jack?
Yeah, we agreed to escort Jack.
Well, that's not an issue. You guys, that's fine. When's he leaving?
Tomorrow or the day after?
2 days.
Wasn't it 2 to 3 days from now?
Oh, we're
Yes.
on the same day.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think it was closer to the 3-day mark, but yeah,
A couple days.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can last without you for 3 days, but I look forward to seeing all of you in that time. I mean, he also has like a week and a half trip.
Well, that's right. They're super far away.
Yes, but you're just going to have, that 3 days later, so you're still gonna get there 3 days after him.
Yep.
But he'll have only been there for 3 days.
Yep.
But yeah, okay. Anything else that you kind of?
I would very much like to know how the gambling experience went for you, Culin.
It went great. I came out just as rich as I went in.
Really? I heard
Yes.
it was higher stakes. How high a stakes are we talking?
We're talking like 100 gold a buy-in, and I didn't lose any of the gold that I had when in there.
Should get some better friends that'll let you play.
Yeah.
Anybody want to lend me 53 gold?
I'll lend you 5.
You're just gonna spend all of your money on one play.
I get one shot, and if I win, I double my money.
True.
Or you have no money.
Oh, I have no money, and I lost most of your guys' too.
I mean, you could try to look for a place in the city that would loan you money.
No. Okay, do what you want.
Do what you want.
I'm not the boss of you.
So we got 3 days.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got 3 days. It is getting pretty late tonight, though. So Seth kind of says his goodbyes. He shakes hands with Jack. Saying that it'll be kind of a pleasure to have him in the camp selling alcohol.
I'm gonna actually use Divine Sense while I'm inside of the bar.
Okay. Just to sense the presence of any.
Yep.
What is
Celestial
what is
Fae or
it
undead?
specifically again? What is it specifically?
Celestial, Fae, Fiend, or Undead.
Okay, you do not sense any of those things.
Can we see him doing anything weird with that? Or is it just like an internal thing?
I mean, it's
Kinda
a
up to
spell,
Jimmy.
right? It's a spell, so
Yeah.
there's probably some sort of magical effect. Do you want to describe that for us? What that looks like when you cast it?
Color red. Yeah. My eyes glow red, and that's pretty much it. I get a little tense. I calm down.
Yeah. Okay, so his eyes glow red. He gets a little tense. You can feel the atmosphere in the room kind of shift deeper, like something more serious is happening. But then after just a few moments, he kind of he blinks, and his eyes stop glowing and he seems normal.
I guess Blue is gonna kind of get across the table really close to his face when he does this, because I'm assuming he's really focused. And so you just hear the jingle of the straitjacket as she gets really close. and just looking at him as he does this.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I am trying to suss out if invisible boys around.
There's
Mhm.
invisible people.
The things we fought in
Everywhere.
they might be in the city. They're invisible. No one can stop them.
Yeah, if you remember before when you guys saved Seth's wife, you did fight these creatures that were invisible to start. Yeah.
Oh, they were invisible? I thought they were just hiding.
No. They were actually invisible to start.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
But yeah.
I guess she just goes like, oh, and then like kind of backs a little bit.
All right. So Seth kind of says, goodbye to all of you. He walks out. Jack also, looks to you all and he says, I got a busy day trying to get things together tomorrow, so I'm gonna leave you all to sleep now. Feel free to come and go as you'd please. You have rooms for the evenings until we leave.
Thanks.
Yeah. So then he goes to sleep. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys just going to go sleep for the evening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't sleep. I meditate for like a couple hours.
Me too.
Okay.
You guys meditate
I'm
for 4 hours.
I'm an elf.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
fair.
boy.
That's fair.
With the pure blood, we're not diluted. Like
True.
you sleep
Hey, you
havers.
goddamn Nazi.
Uh, okay. Anyhow, so you guys rest, you guys sleep. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do during these 3 days?
I'm gonna hunt for an animal.
You're like outside of the walls, like actually go hunting?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Lanceon, what would you like to do during these 3 days?
I don't have anything specific necessarily.
Okay.
Walk around. I probably go to the bakery at least once a day.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the old man Tobias who lives there, he's still pretty amiable. You'd probably meet his wife at some point. Shoot, what is his wife's name? His wife is Cassie. But yeah, so you meet him and his wife Cassie, and it's other than that, is there anything else you do, or is that just kind of just general town stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything Ril does during these 3 days?
He's probably gonna practice a little bit with his quarterstaff,
Okay.
but it's probably about it. He spends his time practicing and meditating.
Yeah. Okay. And then Blue, what are you doing?
Blue probably also practices maybe with Ril with her quarterstaff, but it's just a big stick.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably just then also goes to the bakery.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, I guess Lanceon and Blue kind of during the mornings you guys go off and you go get food from the bakery, and then kind of more towards the afternoons, Blue and Ril, they kind of practice together. As Ril, you're probably doing a lot more like acrobatic type,
Some of it looks like some of that like drunken master type stuff where they or like the Shaolin stuff where they jump up onto the staff
right.
while it's like pointed into the ground and then they jump off and flip it around.
Yeah, exactly. And then you probably see Blue as Blue's just kind of like sitting there like swinging the stick back and forth.
Just like whacking things with this stick.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, Culin, for your hunting, give me a survival check, please. I will take.
Whew.
Yeah. Give me 2 survival rolls, just kind of over the course of these 3 days. And we'll
Cool.
see how good you do hunting.
I got 8. and a 5.
8 and a 5. Okay. Yeah, so for some reason, Culin, as you go hunting, you actually don't find anything larger than a couple quail that are kind of like running between like bushes. Other than that, it feels scarcely vacant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throw a net at a quail.
Yeah, okay. See, I mean, you get a quail. It probably, like, doesn't do much more than, like, feed you for the day, obviously.
I'm not killing it.
Oh, you're just catching the quail.
Yeah.
Thing for sport.
Gotcha. Are you releasing it?
No.
Okay.
It's mine now.
It's yours now. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Try and train a quail.
Animal trapper. Got it. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna try to train this quail, I guess?
Eventually.
Eventually.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I would say probably for, like, 3 silver, I'll let you, like, buy a cage for it.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. Just considering that you might need somewhere to, like, store it.
Yes. Fly away.
Yeah. And food for it, I don't think I'll rule that it, like, takes much, right? Just, like, just a tiny bit of foraging for, like, seeds or berries is totally fine. But yeah. Okay. So the 3 days comes and goes very quickly. Culin shows back up after a couple days of hunting with a quail in a cage. You guys have spent the past couple days eating sweetbread and training with your staves and sticks. And, yeah. But Jack is all geared up and his cart is all packed to the top as everything's been tied down with ropes and he's ready to go.
All right. Does he
Get my
have
stuff ready.
a bunch of room on his cart, or are we all
No.
piling in?
He's not got like a, and this is why it took him so long. Is he doesn't have a carriage? He's got a cart.
Yeah.
So he's got a larger cart, but the cart is just filled with crates and, bins and stuff of that nature. And all of those bins and crates have just been tied down to this cart, and so he's riding on the back of the horse.
Oh.
Yes. But Culin, I believe, does have a carriage for the rest of you.
Yeah.
Lit.
I just make sure all my stuff is together, make sure my stick is on my back.
Does anybody know how to drive one of these things?
Oh.
I mean, who is driving it?
I got no experience.
If you want,
Just
I can
question.
drive it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Blue. Give me
Oh.
an animal handling check.
$17.
17.
Yeah.
All right. So the voice in the back of your head as you're driving the carriage, it just whispers to you here and there, and it goes, pull slightly left. No. Up. No, left. Right. Pull right.
Okay, I think the whole time she's probably like, yeah, okay. Yes, left. Yes, right.
Yeah, and so,
Yeah.
and so even with Blue muttering to herself the entire time that she is driving it, she does it pretty effortlessly.
Trying real hard to ignore that.
Yeah, but you guys spend the next couple days traveling. There's not a ton that happens for the first 3 evenings, but it kind of gets to the 4th evening. You guys kind of like stop. You have to like kind of take out some stakes, hammer them into the ground so that you can kind of like tie the horses to them when there's no trees specifically around you guys. And then Jack has like a little tent that he like pulls out of the side of his cart and he sets up for himself each evening. But yeah, I would like for whoever is going to be staying up this evening to give me a perception check.
Well,
buddy.
if the elves are so keen on their not sleeping bullshit.
True.
The cart, so I shouldn't have to take watch.
True.
11.
11.
11
Okay.
whole points.
Yep. Okay.
That's
Yep.
And then I'm.
Huh? Or
Probably-
are you both just together? I mean, I guess.
I would assume it would go 4 hours. And 4
Yeah,
hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Okay.
Ril probably sits on top of the carriage
Okay.
during his watch.
Yeah. Ril, you see some. It's obviously dark, right? I do believe you have dark vision, which makes everything kind of more of like a gray, kind of
Yeah.
more like a
Pretty sure
gray
elves
scene
do.
to you.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So as you see this gray scene in front of you, right? The world is still kind of dimmed. The world is still kind of dimmed and darkened, but you can see for the most part without a lot of issue. You see from about 60 feet off some rustling in a bush. And then you kind of get a soft glow as some of the moonlight kind of gleams off of the eyes of something staring at you through these bushes.
Would I recognize what these eyes look like?
You can get an animal handling check.
Ooh. I'm moderately decent at those.
Okay.
It's another 11.
Okay. You're not 100% sure, but based on the fact that you have seen wolves recently, your best assumption is that maybe they're wolf eyes.
Where is... And then question, where is everybody sleeping? Is everybody, like, on bedrolls on the ground? Do we have, like, a tent set up? Are people sleeping in inside the carriage? Like...
That's up to them. How are you guys set up with your sleeping
Yeah.
arrangements?
Where are y'all
I
sleeping?
am sleeping beside the front of the carriage.
Just, like, on the ground? On the driver's
Yeah.
seat?
Just on the
Okay.
ground.
Okay.
Have no shame. I will sleep inside the carriage.
He goes, elements, ew. No.
Eh.
Ew. The outside? No.
Ril is going to deftly vault the over the top of the carriage,
Okay.
to the ground. And he's gonna keep watching these wolf eyes to see if they get any closer, and if they get close enough to the group or to the camp that they've set up, he's going to wake Culin.
Okay.
Gonna
They don't.
drag an action.
Yeah, they don't appear to. They don't appear to move any closer. They just seem to stare at you for hours.
He just stares back at them
Uh,
for hours
Yeah.
until
the
until
moment.
it's probably
Yeah, the moment that Culin begins to stir from his meditation, as he starts to kind of awaken from his meditative stupor, you kind of look down to Culin, and then by the time you've looked back up, the eyes are gone.
Culin stirs, Ril's gonna shake him awake. Culin.
Meh.
Culin.
What's happening?
It's time for your watch.
Oh, okay. I'll get up. I'm up. I'm awake. I won't let you
And-
down.
Ril's gonna climb back up on top of the carriage.
Okay.
Just clamber up real quick. Go back to sleep up there.
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled a 13.
For perception.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you guys all sleep through the evening. Culin, as you are awake now, you are, you're just kind of up, you're watching, and nothing really eventful seems to happen. You just kind of have a nice, peaceful, watch. Real question for you. When you meditate, is it similar to sleeping? Like, do you get, like, a dream-like state at all? Or is it more just,
think
like...
so.
Yeah, I think. Let me. Okay, trance. Elves don't need sleep. Instead, they meditate deeply, remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours a day.
Yeah. So is
While
it...
meditating, you can dream after a fashion. Such dreams are actually mental exercises that have become reflexive throughout
Okay.
years of practice.
So they are still dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
in a sense.
Yeah. Okay, so I was just making sure that you actually experienced this too. So Ril, you get a little bit of a different experience. As Blue and Lanceon, you guys dream this evening. Ril, you also dream, but for whatever reason, it doesn't feel so much like a mental exercise this time. It feels more like a kind of uncontrollable.
Feels more like what a dream is to humans
Right.
rather than
It kind of it feels
normally elves' lucid dream.
right. It probably is closer to what an elf would experience when they were in their adolescence, right? Like as they're younger, they probably don't have that same mastery yet over this like trance state. And so I would say that, like it's probably like something you haven't experienced for many years, and so it's weird to just kind of have it happen to you all of a sudden. But in your dreams, Ril, you're kind of dreaming about this, you fighting back, but instead of fighting against the, like random, people, random villages, random caravans, it's you standing up with all of these slaves against these marauders, and you are beating them back with, with ease. You're looking to the side, you're protecting these people, and they're protecting you in turn. And for a moment, something makes you stumble as you look to the side and you see a wolf there.
Does it look like a similar or same wolf as the one that we saw earlier?
I guess give me just like a straight up like wisdom roll.
That's 9.
9. You're not sure. It's a wolf, right? You're just,
Wolves are wolves.
wolves
man.
are wolves, yeah.
They got fur and 4 legs.
This wolf is probably about 100 feet off, so it's pretty far away. You just kind of see it off in the distance of your dream. You think you see what is a man, a human man, kind of like more. He's got like more of a white complexion, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's pale. He's wearing black robes, and he kind of has short, messy black hair. And he walks out. He has some sort of stick or staff in his hand as he touches the wolf, and the wolf just kind of turns to dust. And you hear like a howl, but the howl doesn't sound like that of a wolf howling with a pack. It sounds like howls of pain. And then you are awakened. Blue, you are dreaming, and you are dreaming as you are working with Ninny. You and Ninny are about to have a breakthrough. You both are asking each other questions. You know that your research is going to change magic, going to change just the fundamental laws of the universe as people understand them. You two are brilliant geniuses. And you guys are sitting there working, and something catches your eye as you look out the window of this college, and you see that the streets are empty, and there's one wolf standing probably about 50 feet out as you look out of this window. And you get this same experience that Ril has as a man with black robes and messy black hair touches the wolf with a staff. The wolf howls in pain and is turned to dust.
Color was the wolf.
The wolf was gray.
Okay.
Lanceon. You are back in you are back in Bridgeport. You, instead of just being kind of one of the locals there who's, not really much of anybody, you're actually there working under Gideon, and in this dream of yours, things are going well. Gideon's still there, kind of teaching you things, helping you out, but whatever you guys are working on has made you both very wealthy. You both have every desire, every whim filled, as you have tons of money in your pockets. You can have all of the free time gambling that you'd like. And so you come over to some locals that you gamble with, and your dream starts off as you're rolling, and your luck has never been better as you are winning toss after toss, hand after hand. You see, as you're joking around, you're laughing, you look up, you grab some money, and you see over the shoulder of one of your companions, there's a wolf. And as it kind of makes you stop and concern yourself for a moment, you see a man standing behind it. And the wolf, almost unknowingly, doesn't move, doesn't turn, but the man touches the wolf, and the wolf howls in pain and is turned to dust. And almost simultaneously, you three are awoken.
Had the weirdest dream.
Mine was great.
What was yours about?
Everything just went right in my childhood.
You're like, were great. Damn, that was pretty good.
Damn, flex on us, why don't you?
Yeah, true.
Why was yours weird?
Oh, there was this guy, and then he touched this wolf, and then the wolf was gone. Oh, but I almost saved the world.
But not quite.
No. I have to find Ninny.
But you saw the wolf too. Did you see the man behind it?
Probably.
Did you?
Can you not? He's cutting out. Well, of course I saw the man. That's what I just said.
Oh.
Okay,
What?
out of character, you actually said you saw the wolf. So
Yeah.
Said there
excuse
was
me.
a man. I said there was a man too.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember. My mic might have cut out, but I did say it.
You better internet. Stop cutting out.
You know what? I pay a lot of money for my internet. It should work.
All right. You start to hear the opening of Jack's tent as he comes out and he says, you said something about wolves."
And dreams, yeah.
"Yeah, I was with my wife and son, and some wolf was off in the kind of far off in the distance. Weirdest thing. Man showed up behind it and it just dropped to dirt."
Poofed.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Maybe it's just one of those things where, people are spending time together so they have similar thoughts and dreams. That's a thing, right?
It's probably because we're all best friends.
I didn't have a dream. I haven't seen a wolf. You guys are all weird.
Oh, you didn't have one.
I didn't. No.
Oh. How was your sleep?
It was fine.
Oh. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe there's nothing wrong then.
Yeah. You guys are talking about wolves. The wolves.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's just keep going.
Yeah. Follow.
Right. Yeah. So you guys pack up your stuff. You get everything set back up. You start trailing along, and for the next couple days, you guys have traveled for about half a week. You travel for about another half a week. You still probably have about another 3 days to go before you're finally there. These days pass with pretty much no note. The very calm nights. Nothing of super note. But I will say that you don't see any other like wolves during this period of time.
Thank God, it was starting to feel like Twilight.
But yeah, I mean, I could throw some vampires at you if you guys want to fight some vampires.
No,
I'm okay.
I'm
No,
good.
no, I'm okay.
Good.
I need
I'm
to
good.
break
I
out.
love Twilight.
We love
I love Twilight.
We do have a color. Right.
What a Culin.
So we
True.
don't need that.
Yeah.
We can't have two Culins. Gosh, Bryce.
True.
Oh, so he's just gonna bring Jacob. That's
Yeah.
who the wolf is.
Yeah.
Werewolves, good.
Werewolves. True. Okay, but no. So you guys are traveling along the road today. And would you guys mind giving me perception checks for anybody who's kind of looking at the road or the trails as you guys are just kind of moseying along?
20 not nat.
20.
I would mind.
You dirty,
18.
dirty 20er.
That's 23.
I got 20, not nat.
I rolled a 6.
Oh. So Lanceon, you were just having your best life in that
Wait.
carriage.
Yep.
23.
23 and then 2 20s. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the three of
I
you,
see everything
Blue,
with my
Ril,
eyes.
and Culin, you guys see what appears to be a small child, who's just kind of like curled up, laying in the middle of a road.
Are you okay, child?
Doesn't appear to be moving.
Do I see anything else that's like off about this scene? Because obviously there's something off about a child just laying in the road.
Solely focusing on the child that may or may not be hurt.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Give me a
Colin.
give me a perception check, Ril. You guys are quickly approaching it, right? So, Blue, you're driving the carriage. Like, what are you gonna do? It's obviously like in the middle of the road. You could run it over if you wanted to.
I just run it over? Should I just keep going?
No. Stop. Stop for the child.
Ril,
I'm going to listen for the voices. What did they tell me to do?
I got 24 this time.
on that investigation roll.
Oh, investigation?
Investigation.
That's a 19.
19. Okay.
I thought you said perception.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're kind of like looking around, you're trying to like scan to see if like what's out of the ordinary here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm calling child.
Okay, the child. Is
Oh,
still not
actually-
moving.
Actually, I'm gonna use divine scent.
Divine sense. Okay. You're gonna have to tell me one more time.
60 feet.
Celestial fiend, fae, or undead.
Faye.
Okay.
Technically, Cullen shows
I
up.
don't think you sense anything. You said celestial fiend.
Faye.
Fae,
Fae,
or
undead.
undead.
Okay. I
I'm
think.
pretty sure Eldrin count as Fae.
Yeah. So.
They do.
So, you do not sense any of that. Blue, are you stopping the carriage?
Voices to see if they tell me anything. Do they tell me to stop or keep going?
All the voices told you is they went, look, it's something in the road.
And then everybody else yelled at me to stop.
I think so. Or at least
Culin
Culin did.
I
Okay. I guess I stopped because nobody else said anything else, so I stopped.
Okay.
I don't even know if there's a child there.
Yeah.
I jump off the carriage and run
All right.
child.
As you before, like right as you're doing that, like just kind of before, but as you're doing that, really, you notice something kind of like you notice movement from bushes.
How far off are these bushes? Like they're
not,
off to the side.
They're
of the
not.
road.
They're not like super far, but you're probably looking at like 30 feet away from you.
It's a trap.
And I see these bushes kind of rustling
Yep.
as we come to a stop.
Yep.
Okay. Well, if anybody like goes to check on the child, he'll tell anybody that is like still on the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
To look over there.
Still on the carriage.
I think I saw something over there in the bushes.
Oh, should we keep going?
No,
Oh.
not yet. And he gets off of the carriage.
All right. So you get off the carriage. Culin, you had jumped down off of the carriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pulls out his quarterstaff.
Oh,
But,
and
Mhm.
in the last night,
You what?
I wanted to change my season.
Oh, that's okay. So what's your season now then?
Autumn.
Autumn. Okay.
No, is it? Is that the one where you?
I don't remember. I don't have the.
What are you
book on
trying
me
to
at
do?
this very second?
I'm trying to the charm thing.
I want to say
don't
that's
remember.
spring,
Spring.
but I also don't know. Let me see.
Look it up real quick.
Was there a
Are
particular
you just
reason?
looking for your like the cantrip associated with the season?
Uh,
So you were looking for the season for what purpose?
Friends?
Autumn is the one that can charm.
Autumn. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I use my face step, two creatures that I can.
Okay. And
Yeah,
so
autumn
your
charms,
your season
winter.
thing that doesn't change. You're just telling me that you actually just wanted it to be autumn, right?
It can change.
Does it
I
change?
You can change it
Yeah.
during a long rest.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So you changed it during that rest.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Understood. Same page now. So you changed it during that rest to autumn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jalen, do you want me to read you what the other ones do? If you don't
No.
remember, you got it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll find it.
So what are you doing?
Summer.
I'm gonna go up to the kid.
Okay.
Are
Kid
you okay, child?
Still doesn't appear to be moving.
Dead kid.
I'm gonna my hand on him.
You're gonna lay on hands.
No, I'm just gonna see if
Oh.
see he's all right
Oh,
with.
you're just gonna put your hand on him.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to
Lay
put.
hands on.
Yeah.
Not
No.
like-
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you put your hand on the boy, and he kind of like pulls his head back and away from you very quickly,
Insight.
Huh?
Insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to be very insightful as he turns his head and you see these, like, sunken in but pointy green ears with jagged teeth as he turns to you and he goes, ah!
Oh no.
And he, yeah. And so
There's a goblin.
he pulls out this little makeshift like knife shank made of metal, and he just screams something out loud, and he goes, "Nagabadea!" And you see rustling from the bushes as 3 other goblins emerge, and they all let loose wails in their native tongue.
And we saw you, bitches.
Yeah, but
I get surprise round now.
but I think that I will actually just end our session there, and we will pick up next time with the goblin fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Steal some intellectual property. Here there be gerblins.
Where are my gerblins?
But anyways, so that is it for our Streams of Time session for this evening. I just wanted to say again, thank you to everybody who's out here hanging out, watching, and checking out the stream, because that always means a lot. Like I said, every Monday night we're gonna be here at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to just kind of hang out, play some Dungeons and Dragons, roll some dice. I will be online streaming other games periodically throughout the week. Jalen, also, at twitch.tv/corneredgoblins, is doing some streaming of his own from time to time, so go check him out. But other than that, I just want to say thanks to everybody, and I will catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.